Your call is important to us. Please hold the line.
All operators are busy at the moment. We apologize for the wait and will answer you shortly. Our operators are busy at the moment. Your call is being transferred. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, buddy, it's that time once again. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Hotline. I'm your host, Jonathan. Thank you for joining us today, whether it's live or on the replay. I see the comments already lighting up. I can't wait to talk about HHN today. We've got a major update. We're going to be talking some construction, but then also, I don't know if you've seen it yet. Maybe you haven't. Horror Nights just dropped a brand new teaser. We're going to break it all down because there's a lot of hidden stuff in there for sure. But I can't do it alone, so joining us to discuss it today are Nico from the Entertainment Connection and Mr. E of TLEV Media. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us again. Very exciting day.
Back. That was so quick. We're back. Just like that.
I love it, man. Things are speeding up here. I think we're just around the corner from an announcement. We'll get to that a little bit later, but yeah, definitely we've been teased in such a major way today. It's pretty wild, man. But first, before we get into everything, y'all, I want you to keep a lookout on Nico's screen because I think Nico has a ghost, and I don't even believe in ghosts. Nico, talk to us. What the hell is happening, dude?
So I don't even know what we were talking about. I don't even remember. And then all of a sudden, or I think it was Mr. E's light went out or was off.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about it. Then all of a sudden my light goes out. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? And I say, turn the light back on. And right then the light turned back on. And it was the scariest thing.
I am literally so bummed that we weren't rolling in that moment because, again, I'm a skeptic when it comes to ghosts and spookies. But when that happened, I was like, okay, now we're doing a little call and response here, which is pretty nuts. So everyone, keep a lookout for Nico's ghost. If that light turns off, it might happen. And Nico, if it comes back, I need you to get the exclusive interview with the ghost live on the stream.
I will.
The ghost with the most.
My voice record on.
I love it. Going to the chat real quick. See a lot of familiar faces. Mary, of course. Thank you for joining us all the way from Orlando. Woo! Larissa, I see you again. Hellhound Haunt. I got it this time. I got the name. I got it. Ariana, of course, joining us in the chat. Turtle Dog Productions. Dapper. Oh, man. Rob, I thought we were talking Fright Fest. Come on, dude. Come on now. Next time.
Yeah.
Ray says, shout out TLEV. Shout out to you, Ray. Shout out to you.
Shout out to you, Ray.
Mary says that was spooky. It was a little spooky. I'll tell you what. It was a little spooky. And Maniac with 2 Ks. Yo, welcome. All right, y'all. We've got a lot to cover today, and I can't wait to get into it. But before we get into what happened today, I kind of want to take us on a little journey here. So come with me, if you will, to check out what got us to this point, all right? So first of all, April 4th, we got the first glimpse of this door, which is kind of interesting, y'all. It's, if you notice the pattern on the wall, right? It's got like 3 different colors to it. There's a line in the middle. This door, the wall pattern, really looks a lot like what was in Icons in 2021. The prison that held all the icons, or at least a good amount of them. I know for sure Eddie has a cell there. You can kind of see it in the photo. I can't make out who's down on the end of the hall there anymore, but very interesting. Very similar pattern to what we saw in Orlando in the Icon's house. Then 5 days ago, we saw the door again. Horror Nights Orlando posted this to their page. They don't want you to know there's something underneath, and then a bunch of random letters. So they're teasing it a little bit more. Then 4 days ago, I didn't upload it because it's just a face, but 4 days ago, we got a teaser that featured somebody underground, underneath Universal Studios that was saying, oh, I think they're on to me. I think there's something down here. And then like the video cuts off, right? Very, very spooky. Then yesterday, we got this. It's one of the storm drains at Universal Studios. Somebody walked up to it and you could hear screaming coming from it. And so that leads us to today's teaser. I'm going to play it for y'all. If you haven't watched it yet, here we go. Yeah, I've watched it a couple of times now, and it still gave me chills. It's such an epic teaser, y'all. Such an epic teaser. I love it. Yeah, awesome. Larissa.
Oh my gosh.
Such gross noises.
Oh,
Hell
absolutely.
yeah. The grossest, honestly. Like it really. It was the first thing I watched. That's how I started my day. Is watching that teaser today.
Dude. Oh my gosh.
Rob, yeah, they're showing the janitor some love, man. I forgot what your story was. It was Dark Harbor. We were talking Dark Harbor. You wanted the janitor character. Well, hopefully we have the janitor icon at HHN this year. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
So, gentlemen, what are your thoughts on this video? What's going on?
Wow. I mean, so Nico, I don't have as much to say as you do. So seeing this video, I was a bit busy, so I didn't hear all the sounds at first. But the first thing I noticed right at the end is that we didn't get like a Halloween Horror Nights running these days, blah, 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 right? Like this announcement video is still kept to, in my opinion, to those like big fans, the mega fans of Horror Nights. If you're following HHN, and this is not meant for like the big crowds out there yet. This is like for us to get an idea of what's going on. Because I was like, whoa, there's no like little mention of the event's going to run these days and all that kind of stuff. Also, very much appreciated the love for both the parks. This was not just for Orlando. This has two different videos for Hollywood and Orlando. Both of the parks' arches were getting the love they deserve with that beautiful red light. I think if they can just somehow screenshot that for me to make it a wallpaper, I need that. I mean, that is a screensaver for sure. I got chills after I was able to hear the sound. The screaming of the people that's so far away and so distant, sounding almost like they are stuck somewhere. We don't know where, but those sounds right there, like lost souls. Woo! There's got to be a connection there. I don't know, Nico. What else do you want to add?
Well, if it is below Universal Studios Hollywood, it's in Frankenstein's parking. So
Oh, there we go. Yes, of course.
I don't know, but it like some yeah, it's a no announcement, but it just got us so excited.
Yeah.
Like right when we saw the video, like I would turn
Oh.
on.
Oh, there it is, folks.
Turn on. All right, thank you.
Oh my God, it just happened. That just happened on the live. Oh my God. Evidence of ghosts just happened on Nico's screen. What the hell, y'all?
I don't know if it agrees with me or disagrees with me.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Ask it what's coming to HHN this year.
What's
It
coming
knows.
to HHN? Ghostbusters? Turn off if it's Ghostbusters. Turn off
No,
if
it's
the
lights
Black-
out. It's lights out. It's lights out. Lights out's coming.
It's neither. None of those are coming.
None of them. Black walls. Is there black walls this year?
Black walls. Do we have black walls? It's flickering
All right.
a little bit. It's thinking about it.
Okay.
We're always thinking about it.
So I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
I
I
don't
freaked out
know.
about the ghost. My bad.
If my heart's pounding because of the trailer, if it's pounding because of that. but it was an exciting trailer.
Yes.
When I first saw the trailer, I didn't realize that Hollywood and Orlando had their own separate trailers.
Right.
Because we've seen nothing on Hollywood's end. Everything has been posted on Orlando's end. So when I saw the video, I saw Hollywood's arches, but then we were inside of Orlando's park. So when we went underground and we saw the whatever it is, at first I thought it was a heart.
Oh,
so
sure.
like the heart was beating, like Halloween Horror Nights is alive type thing.
Oh.
And then there was something at the end, which we'll probably talk about later. And I thought like, oh, okay, so Orlando is the heart, Hollywood is the head type thing. I don't know. If they're trying to connect things. But then I saw that Orlando had its own trailer, and my whole idea of that went out the window. But I still think that'd be pretty sick. But it was a great trailer. Like I am so stoked to see what's going to be announced.
Yeah, totally gross, and very cryptic as well. We're gonna go to some of the comments here. Let's see, I lost one. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a second here. Yes. Larissa, I wonder how much of this teaser is actually teasing any houses at all. Great question. I don't think yet. I don't think it's teasing anything specific for the event just yet. However, this is very much going to be the theme for this season. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up seeing like fear cannot be contained on a shirt, because that's what this video specifically was called. And that's kind of what they've been hinting at, right? Is that ooh, what's behind the door? Now that the door has opened, I can only imagine that creature that we saw, the pulsating, nasty-ass creature, maybe that's going to spawn. It's going to, like, spit out all the evils of
That's
this
what
season.
I'm thinking. Yes. I'm thinking we're looking at, this is like maybe a hatchery of itself.
Yes.
And there's multiple of those types of weird egg thing, alien-like eggs. And I feel like with these announcement videos in the future, if they do that, because I also have a new speculation we'll talk about towards the end, but if they do make announcement videos, I'm assuming we're going to see things coming out of that like egg, and that's like the IPs or not.
Right.
Usually, the original mazes don't really get like an announcement videos, but like that's where those characters are going to be coming out of, like that thing, or shot out, like the spirit shot out. Yeah, I totally agree, John. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, I don't think this is just one creature coming out of this egg. I think this is a note to, oh, here comes all of the 10 mazes this year. They're coming out there. Yeah.
So with the egg, when it was kind of pulsing, if you looked on the back wall, it looked like a vein or a vine or
Right.
something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Spreading.
Crawling
So,
along, crawling
Yeah,
along the
so
wall.
it's
Yeah.
gonna spread throughout the park, and also
Right.
with Larissa saying, "I wonder how much of this teaser is actually teasing any houses." I was trying to focus on the screams, seeing if I
Right.
recognized any familiar screams that are going to be in the houses this year, but I got nothing.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, there's little things you can take away from this video. You know, of course, we're gonna speculate little things, and we'll get into that. But like, yeah, I'm just trying to think how much of this does have connections to some of the houses.
Right,
Mm,
right. Shout out to HHN 365 joining us
Yeah.
for another live. Thank you, y'all, all the way from Orlando as well. I am once again asking you, if you haven't listened or subscribed or checked out 365 on YouTube, on anywhere you get your podcast, do it now. Excellent podcast. I mean, most of the stuff that I talk about ends up being stuff that they've covered already anyways. They're so fast with the coverage. 365, shout out to y'all. The gate has been opened, and there's no containing the insatiable evil that will break through from beyond. This is where horror lives. Yeah, that's the description from the video. Very, very interesting indeed. I
Yeah.
did pick up, Nico, to your point with the roots, right? The roots coming out. I did pick up on a couple of things. I feel like they're definitely leaning a little heavily into that as well. If you check out, there's the moment that the door bursts open.
Yeah.
To the right, there's a thing that says horticulture only on the wall, which is kind of interesting. And then this is not the first time that we've seen kind of a root planty thing happening in what was it? I have it written down here. So in 2013, right?
Oh,
What
man.
evil has taken root? So they've kind of toyed with this idea before, even with Wicked Growth, right? They had the roots and the growth and all. So
Yeah.
it's not the first time they've kind of played with that theme. Larissa, feed me, Seymour. Yeah, definitely. Dude, I would love to see a little Shop of Horrors at HHN. Honestly, that would be so much fun. But yeah, very, very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So yeah, I have no clue, honestly, how this is going to proceed moving forward.
Yeah.
Whether we see, I don't know, like for instance, if it's rumored right now that the A Quiet Place is going to be one of the IPs. Maybe we see one of those creatures crawl out of its mouth, right? Like it spawns something. Yeah, very interesting indeed.
And I was kind of speculating. I mean, can I get into a little spec, or we're gonna do that?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Oh
Go
yeah.
for it.
So I'm watching the video. You know, the custodian's like cleaning up a lot of water, right? Like there's a lot of water in the park that he's brushing into the sewer. And you know, yeah, right. I was like, wait, hold on. That doesn't happen to us out here. So you know, of course, as speculators, we kind of just reach out to the distance and just see what we can grasp onto. And I did that kind of with my own like little speculation, small little TikTok vid, and I was like, what if this is the connection to the creature of the Black Lagoon? Like maybe, like you said, we're gonna see maybe the creature from Quiet Place coming out of that egg. What if we see water bubbling up and then boom, the creature's coming out of that egg too? I don't know. Like I'm just that was a lot of water. Okay, I don't know. That was a lot of water.
To be fair, it is Orlando. There's a lot of water always. I feel like there.
Even in Hollywood mazes, there's a lot of water.
Yeah, and to also just add on, like, you know, we're seeing this connect, like I mentioned earlier, connection with Orlando and Hollywood. But I'm wondering, with the future announcement videos and when the events begin, are we going to stick with that idea of having that connection? Hollywood has always been like, this is where the movie madness is. This is like our houses are the movies. And then out in Orlando that's where you can get your originals and storylines out there. But is there going to be a change this year, or are we hyping ourselves up too much and that this is the only kind of connection promo that we're going to have? You know, that's like,
to that point, Ariana brings up an excellent point. It feels like the podcast promo from last year. Yeah, they were heavy on the symbols. They were heavy on, you know, oh, we're going to investigate HHN and we're going to try to get behind everything. It connected all of the ads together, but then after that, it kind of fizzled out. 365, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I don't even think those symbols were the signs of the Zodiac at all, which ended up being the major tie-in theme for HHN Orlando. Was the Zodiac with Oddfellow as the icon. So it didn't even have anything to do with that even. Tim, to your point, or Mr. A, to your point, I don't know if it really will connect to each other outside of, these are just the promos. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because obviously there's definitely a lot of speculation about it being like a icon that's being spawned.
Right. And like talking about the first video, not the clip, but like the little one they put on Instagram.
Right.
If you looked in the caption, you kind of could piece letters together that it said the villain HHN 33. So it was like, oh, okay, that door just burst open. Is Jack gonna walk out again? And he's like, I'm back, or something like that.
Or are we Jack coming out of the hair all slicked back?
Yeah. and you know, connecting back to that mention of like the HHN icon, beautiful maze that they had.
Yes. Yeah.
Are a bunch of icons going to walk through that door? Right. Because we see that same lining. I don't know, man. It hyped me up for Orlando stuff, but I really hope there's still that connection to Hollywood from this promo video.
I mean, according to the Nightmares map, at least the latest version of it, Orlando has a ton of originals.
Right.
So they could somehow, I don't know, it doesn't seem like a very IP heavy year thus far, at least in Orlando.
Right. Yeah.
Hollywood's a little different. But I think, maybe there's an opportunity here to go down the icon route and explore something there. I mean, last year we got Oddfellow, which is, an icon that was established years ago, and they kind of started exploring it there. But very interesting stuff for sure.
Yeah.
365 marketing theme isn't necessarily the same event theme in recent years. Very true. Very true. Yeah, and Larissa, I think it's just a generic horror teaser that's like almost time for spooky. And let me tell you, again, such a gross teaser with the sounds and the dripping and the Yeah, very, very interesting here. Ariana, great point. Yeah, I think it's a big misdirection. Could be for sure.
Oh, that would be messed up.
Yeah, that would be. Let me go back to some comments from earlier. And I realize now that I forgot to add the final shot of that trailer. But let me see if I can do it here. I don't want to jump scare anybody. The final, right? This little puppy right here. This little monster guy.
Yes.
Fucking Monster Inc. down there. I don't know. It's Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
It's a very angry Mike Wazowski. HHN 365 says, "What that mouth do, Gate?"
Oh yeah, they posted that right at the beginning, and I was like, okay, no, I can't laugh walking into this right away. I was like, oh,
you know, it'd be sick though, is if Universal actually committed and made that.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
They put that on the archway.
Yeah, for sure. That would be cool. That would be so epic.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll do it though, man. But I hope so. Even if
maybe an inflatable version, like
or a projection.
That's an easy way to
front gate and literally have it like transform before our eyes, right? Like all of a sudden the vines start coming out, and then just the whole archway, the whole entryway gets consumed by this evil.
Right. And we've seen that in Hollywood before. When we head back to the H lot now, they have that big wall that they're starting to project things on there. Can't be that hard to do on the main archway.
Right.
No.
Totally, man.
But I was even thinking, because Dead by Daylight also had their 8th year anniversary live stream today.
Oh.
And they announced a little while ago, Dungeons and Dragons coming to Dead by Daylight.
Really?
What if that is what if that is a creature from Dungeons and Dragons? What if we're getting a house?
Sure looks like
based
it.
on Dungeons and Dragons. The gelatinous cube coming at us.
Sure.
Heck yeah.
Or get to the front gate and you have to roll initiative right away. Dude, honestly, that would be really fun. That would be really fun.
They also announced Castlevania And
Oh.
in that trailer, it was a very cloudy red sky, which we had in this trailer.
Yep.
Sure.
So
Sure.
what if we're getting Castlevania and that is just one of the demon bosses
Sure.
when you go through? It's a thought. I
Hey,
think it'd be fun.
Might as well. Yeah.
Now, I have
Um,
seen a lot of people speculating about the red sky, the upside down creature in the water, right? It's very Stranger Things-esque.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will kind of instantly jump to that. Folks, I think it's safe to say it is 100% not Stranger Things. We've already got Stranger Things 4 in both parks.
Yeah.
We're waiting for the next season that's probably not going to come out until I think they said next year, when all the kids are 27. So I don't think it's Stranger Things, but it is very interesting to think about the
grandparents?
possibilities. Yeah, the
Yeah,
grandparents.
exactly.
They're gonna
Oh my
skip
God.
way ahead in the future.
Yeah. No, what I was talking about in my go for it, Nico.
Oh, I'm just gonna say it's like It Part 2, where they're all adults.
Right.
Yes. Yes. What I wanted to say, I mentioned it in my little video. What if Universal wants to use that idea of the upside down,
Sure.
and make their own version of it? I mean, it's not original, but it's a way. It's a
They
way
kind
to
of already are, right?
right.
Like
Yeah,
they're already
exactly.
Yeah.
taking that route for sure.
So, this could be a way that the upside down mazes or houses. So they're just reinventing some of their previous houses to have this like new infection in it or a different storyline to it. I don't know. That's who knows?
Sure.
Yeah.
Going to the comments real quick. Ray Vega, no Shacktober news. Unbelievable. I'm
no.
sorry.
Sorry about that.
Sorry
Not
to
yet.
you. Sorry to Shaq. Sorry to everybody. Hellhound, dude, this is awesome. Always looking forward to the live streams. Don't really have anyone to talk haunt season with over here in NorCal, so the lives are always a blessing. Thanks for always tuning in, man. We always love talking haunts as well, and it's a lot of fun being able to do this, especially now that the speculation is ramping up.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
Yeah, man. Let's see. I'm gonna highlighted a couple here. Gavin. Let's speculate how many black walls will be used at HHN Hollywood. Over 40 or under. Now, to be fair, last year there was a lot less.
Last year was pretty good.
A
Yeah,
lot less.
last year was
a
pretty
lot
good.
less.
But to that point also, to your point, Gavin, Monsters was about 70% black walls. So there's always going to be one.
That's where they
I feel
put all
like.
the black walls.
Yeah. That's where all the black wall budget went. Albert Rodriguez, just no orange shirts. Mr. E, you had a point about this, right?
Man, yeah. So I asked John earlier. I was like, "Hey, can you just mention the preview merch?" He's like, really quickly. I do have a couple things to say. My couple things is, but first, let me just preface that I am one of the biggest haters of this preview merch, and I hope that doesn't hurt anyone's feelings. But like, if I wanted to go to see John Cena perform, I'll go to a WWE match. I don't need to go to HHN for it. So my thing is though, the merch, the preview merch that we see, the artwork on it, the aesthetics is not following this promo video right now. I don't see that connection one bit. Now, I guess you can argue that like last year's preview merch was like "See You in the Fog" or something like that, but it still had that dark aspect connected with like the whole story, like where we were going more Zodiac and like there was that connection of like some darkness in the fog. With this new one, I can't even, what does it say on the shirt again? I don't even remember what it says on the shirt.
I think it's Where Horror Lives.
Where Horror Lives.
Grad Bash.
It's a Grad Bash shirt. It's very much just punk rock feel, and I did not get a punk rock feel from this promo vid. So I don't know. I'm like, there's marketing. Please like try to connect those two. You sort of did last year with the "See You in the Fog," like a little thing that was dropped, and that was like very last minute. But this one, there's just two different Horror Nights events, in my opinion, with the preview merch and this promo. I don't know what you guys think, but like, I was just like, going back to that thing. I'm just going to pretend it doesn't exist. If I see someone in it, like I'll be like, look, man, I'm sorry that you couldn't get this on discount.
Yeah, that's an end of the season 50% off. Sure.
Yes.
Oh, there's the ghost again. It happened again, Nico.
Either the
Oh,
ghost
damn,
liked what
dude.
I said or did not
It
like
liked
what I
the-
said. Oh, okay. there
What
we go.
is
Like-
happening in your room,
It
Nico?
likes the shirt. It likes the shirt.
That's true.
We don't.
Going back to the comments real quick, Mr. Disney King. Isn't Major Sweets going to be quote unquote icon now with his own house? Why do they have to have more than one icon this year? I mean, it's still speculated, right? It's still speculated. The candy has kind of changed on that Orlando map.
Yeah,
Definitely very interesting. We'll see. One thing's for sure, though. I know our boy Johnny Murdy hates icons, so don't say that around him, or else he's gonna blow a gasket. Barry, I feel like it's a big hype video for frequent HHN fans, but will have nothing to do with anything.
Yeah,
but it's fun to
exactly.
speculate. 100%. Yeah. And here we are talking about it. So,
like I said, this was made for us HHN fans. There was no ending part where it's like saying the Horror Nights events, buy your tickets now situation or anything like that. So it's very much for those HHN fans. Yeah.
Sure. This is interesting, Hellhound. I think I somehow missed this. Murdy didn't hit at a medieval themed original a few months ago. So you never know. Could be getting a D&D themed house, kind of like Dueling Dragons from last year. I mean, honestly, I loved that last season. That was such a beautiful house. I especially loved all the dueling aspects inside, all the visual effects that they had going on. I would not mind at all, especially because I just got really into D&D. Like myself and Ariana have gotten super into D&D. So I think that would be cool, and there would be some really interesting cosmic timing there for sure. And this is interesting, a very interesting point too. The creature in the reflection has a sort of H.P. Lovecraft design to it. Yeah, it does. It does. The multiple teeth and mouths, the eye, the bumps, the horns, everything. Yeah, very, very cool.
It is also giving me Doom vibes.
Oh, sure,
Like
sure.
the Kako Demon.
No, you're right.
whatever
You're
it's
right.
called.
Yeah.
So what if we get a Doom maze? I think that'd be pretty sick.
We've already stepped into the world of, or I guess re-stepped into the world of video games. It's been a while since Horror Nights has kind of dipped into that world, so that would be really fun.
And
I would definitely love that.
Was it just me? But at the end, did it not sound like those evacuation alarms? Like it's like a
somebody
nuclear
commented on it,
explosion.
like Silent Hill. I definitely picked up on Silent Hill vibes there. But yeah, definitely like the air horns for sure.
Yes.
The warning horns. Yeah.
Yeah.
365. What's more punk than a slimy monster arch?
Yeah, that's so punk. Yeah.
Let's get that bad boy on a shirt. I want that arch on a shirt, yo. Come on.
Okay. I want it, but it needs to have arms and legs too. Though. It's got to be like, and like that one eyeball. Like, if someone is a really good artist out there, please make that, and we'll give you full credit. But like, go out there, make it like a big. We'll call him Archy or something like that. You know, Archy.
You are the arms and legs, though.
Yeah. Oh no. Just give it like I don't know, like big the like cartoon. Like go Mickey Mouse arms or something. I don't know. Yeah, there we
with
go.
the gloves too.
Yeah,
with
the
the
gloves,
forefinger and
yeah.
the gloves. Hi, I'm Archie.
Yes.
I'll fuck you up.
Welcome to my nightmare. Yeah, exactly.
Aaron, very excellent point here. This is literally my next talking point here. Does this mean an announcement is incoming? I mean,
I hope.
Check it out. All right. Ariana was talking to me about this earlier today. May 2022. May 2022. We got the announcement for Legends Collide, right?
Mm-hmm.
June, and that was the first announcement of the season for 2022, which was Legends Collide in May. June 2023, last year, we got The Last of Us, June 15th, right? That was after, I mean, it was technically, obviously, the second announcement. We got Chucky on closing night of HHN, but whatever. So yeah,
Doesn't
the
count.
first like real announcement, if you will, happened in June. We're in announcement territory for sure.
This is time. It is time now.
Yeah. When do you think, gentlemen, that we're going to get the first announcement? Do you
man.
think it's this month? Do you think it's next month? What's going to happen?
if Universal wanted to really drop a bomb, like we've had these posts, we had this video today, and like the door's open now. The gates are open.
Yeah.
What if we got an announcement tomorrow?
I mean,
Right away.
that would be dope. That
Right
would
away.
be 3 days in a row though of like posting. Which
Yeah.
would definitely, I think. Yeah, that would be interesting.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean,
I don't think it's gonna happen, but
yeah,
I think it'd be sick if they did. Because I need
Yeah.
something, man. Come on.
dude. Yeah.
What are
Right.
things?
I think, so like I was saying earlier, announcements. And I'm putting it out there, like I've been putting it out there and talking to you guys about it. But I'm hoping for a next week announcement. I would love that. But I was thinking to myself, what if this is held until our Midsummer Scream,
Oh,
and then
dude.
Orlando has that one scare event that's coming up
Oh,
that
that's right.
that Horror Nights is going to be at next
Right.
month. And so I'm just thinking, what if this year they said, we're going to change it up a bit. We're going to hold back these announcements until our major like panel events. I hope
so-
that's not the case, but they have those 2 panels coming up. But again, it could be next week we get an announcement. But I'm just preparing myself for that situation if that does come down to that situation. And I really hope it doesn't.
Yeah, I just really hope they don't do it like Orlando did, where they did individual announcements and then they dropped like 4 or 5 originals all at the
Yeah.
same time.
Yeah.
I really hope it's not like a one big giant drop of houses,
Mm.
because man, we
Yeah.
live for these videos. These
Yeah.
things
We do.
hype us up. Don't do that to
Yeah.
us, please.
I definitely thought today was going to be, because like there was speculation.
There was
right?
whispers, there was
tons of
whispers,
yeah.
speculation that today would be the announcement day, and we
Yep.
we kind of got something, right? But yeah, I Mr. E, if they did that, if they held
Yeah.
off on announcing anything, I think Hollywood would be fine. I think all
Yeah.
the Orlando fans would destroy the park. There would be riots in the street. There would be overturned cars.
Yeah.
It would, yeah. Universal Orlando would cease to exist. I think the hardcore HHN fans out in Orlando would destroy it brick by brick. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting. Halley Hour, Rob. First Tuesday in June, we get an announcement. Awfully specific.
Okay.
All right.
What do you know, Rob? What do you
Yeah,
know?
Rob,
Yeah.
that's an
Yeah,
interesting
Rob.
choice.
Yeah,
right there.
you're mighty quick to call me out on things. What do you know?
Yeah, Rob, I'm actually going to say June 3rd. We're going to get the announcement, actually.
Price
Okay.
is Right rules. All right, here we
Yeah.
go. Ariana, I think it would be June again, like last year. That's what I'm kind of feeling too. However, they've really picked up the activity, so I wouldn't be surprised if we got something like, say, next week or within the next 2 weeks. Even we'll see.
I don't
Juan,
even care what the announcement is. Just give us an announcement. Like, I don't care.
You
Like,
want an announcement, though?
if Michael Myers is returning, sure, why not? Yeah. Like, just tell me.
Nico, tell it to blink off if an announcement is coming next week.
It's an announcement coming next week. Turn off if it is.
Okay, nothing yet. Nothing yet.
Uh,
All right. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Juan, very interesting. They should do 1 or 2 announcements every month. I mean, I would certainly hope so. There's definitely a point where they start picking it up, where it starts getting like crazy. They start doing one after another.
Yeah.
But yeah, very, very
They're running
interesting.
out of time.
Let's see. What else?
Ooh, I like. Did you see what Aaron said? How is halfway to Halloween not an announcement day? True. I mean, Disney kind of used that to do their announcement for like their Oogie Boogie Bash or
Sure,
villains
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
And I am interested why. I don't know. I mean, I guess that is a great question, Aaron. I don't know why they don't use the halfway to Halloween as a little announcement thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good one.
Oh, Rob's one-upping you, Mr. E. June 4th at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.
Eastern time. Oh, now we're getting
Eastern.
specific. man.
What do you know, Rob?
Oh man,
Spill the beans, brother. We're friends. Come on,
Oh,
dude. What the hell?
gosh. I agree. Yes,
Yeah, just give us the damn fucking announcement.
we need Ghostbusters. Just say it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest, folks. I'm gonna be very
Be honest.
surprised if Ghostbusters actually sticks around as an IP.
Mm.
I know that it's
Yeah.
been speculated
Yeah.
for a while. I know it's
Yeah.
coming to the parade and a lot of the daytime activities
Yeah.
that's happening in the park over in Orlando. But yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see. That movie did not do well at all.
No.
They're gonna change it up. They just go back to the OG Ghostbusters. Everybody enjoyed that one. That's
Right.
what
But
they're gonna do. All right.
even then, if it goes into the location that it says for Hollywood, that is a compact location
That's
where
true.
you cannot have big scenes
Yeah.
or big rooms.
That's true. Yeah.
Because
that's very true.
Exorcist Believer did not have big scenes
It
at
didn't.
all. I
No,
think the
it didn't.
forest was the biggest scene.
It was
You
very
had it.
much.
That was a hallway.
Yeah. It seemed like it was very hallway based. Like it just felt like that's what that soundstage is so thin and narrow. So yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Brian, isn't Disney's halfway to Halloween actually in February since they start Oogie Boogie so early? Yeah, it's
Yeah, I
already
guess so,
started
right?
and it's already sold out completely. You're absolutely
No
right.
way. Well, just like that. Wow. No.
Just like the Tiana reservations gone in an instant for sure.
Jeez.
Gavin, very interesting question here. Real question: do you think Hollywood will get the same amount of nights as Orlando? I've been thinking about this a lot recently, and I think the answer is a hard no, unfortunately. Orlando has been starting earlier and earlier every season, which is awesome. And very specifically, this year, our dates match up with the 2019 calendar year. And if you look at that year, even though it's technically supposed to start earlier in the run, Hollywood still waited till like 2 weeks after Orlando opened to open out here.
That's
so,
interesting.
yeah, I don't think they'll surprise the hell out of me the day that they actually do open with Orlando. I definitely think the crowds are there to warrant it. I definitely think the fandom down here would come out and enjoy it. But yeah, gentlemen, what do you think?
I mean, I want to get back that first week of November ending. I really enjoyed that, especially people are kind of like, that's to me when it finishes off on Halloween, you know, it's cool. It's a good way to do it. But there's just so many events that end on Halloween.
Yeah.
So you have to pick.
I think
where
by
to go.
default, Horror Nights Hollywood is going to end in that first weekend, technically in November. Not Scary Farm has already announced their dates, and they are going until November, I think 2nd or 1st.
Okay,
that
so they're
first
doing the
weekend
first
is.
week
Yeah,
too.
so I think that HHN Hollywood is definitely going to end in November, but I
Okay.
don't think it's going to start in August like
Right.
Orlando.
Yeah, no, that is an early time. But it's
Yeah.
also, I think Orlando does that too. And I could be completely off. But for those people who do that flight to Orlando,
Right.
get it either early before Hollywood starts or get it at the end when Hollywood already ends.
Right.
Because that's always been like, for me, that's like that first week of HHN out in Orlando. I try to hit that all the time because Hollywood hasn't started yet.
Right. Right.
And so that's just like such an easy way to experience both events. And so I have a feeling there's a lot of people that kind of do that also. But yeah, I hope, if we're going to end in November again, I am so on board with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
By the way, shout out to Halloween 365 Days. Be sure to follow them
Hey.
online as well. Welcome to the live. Thanks for joining us. Nico, sorry, I totally interrupted you. What were you gonna say?
No, you're all good. So the event, since it came back from COVID, has been insanely busy.
Absolutely. Yep.
Unenjoyably busy.
Yeah, that's
So
fair.
I think it will start it won't start the same week as Orlando's, but definitely the week after.
Okay.
Because man, crowds were rough.
Yeah.
Even if you had an express pass,
Yeah.
That Chucky wait was an hour long,
Oh
and the
man.
standby line was 4 hours.
Jeez.
So
Yeah.
it was miserable.
Yeah.
I have expressed I shouldn't be waiting an hour for a house. So
Right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
exactly. Yeah.
that the thin herd, they're gonna add some more dates.
I hope
I
so.
hope.
I really hope so. I
Yeah.
think it's time now for, just like Orlando, for Hollywood to start going Wednesday through Sunday. I know it's harder for the performers, and I mean that's on Universal to hire more people to cover their asses. But you know, I mean,
Absolutely, yeah.
we all know what's going to happen there. But I do think Hollywood, to your point, Nico, is definitely ready for a longer run, more days,
Yeah.
Wednesday through Sunday, because it just gets so damn busy.
It does.
And it's like consistently busy now too. It's very rare for you to walk into the park and be like, oh, it's empty. Much like Disneyland here in Anaheim, it's always fucking busy no matter
Yeah.
what, man. And
Yeah.
it's crazy, man.
And that early entry being taken away does not help
Oh,
it out
that-
either. So, yeah.
That was a
Ugh.
stake to the heart.
Yeah, dude. The twist of the knife, if you will, for sure.
Yeah.
Stephanie, great question here. When do usually the HHN tickets go on sale? That is an excellent question. I would have to look that up for when they went on sale last year, but it varies year to year. I feel like.
Yeah.
It's always kind of ballpark around the
Oh,
same
man.
time-ish, like summer. Like
It
hard
is summertime. I'm just trying to remember. It was, I think it was like right after Midsummer Scream when they
Right.
went on sale. So again, if you guys didn't know, Midsummer Scream this year is running. What was it, my friends? July 28th.
Last
Right?
weekend of
It-
July.
it's
That's
that
all I
weekend.
know.
Yeah, last weekend of July. So if you want to attend and learn all that you can about Horror Nights and all that stuff, that final day of Midsummer is the day that they do some crazy announcements, and then tickets usually are like on sale either the week before or like after. So and they go quick. I mean, I last year Express was going so quick.
Oh yeah, Express
Rip
sold
Tour was
out.
going so quick. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I
was-
think it sold out instantly for like
Yeah.
opening weekend. Like
Yeah.
by the time that I
Yeah,
went to look,
it
I
was
was like,
done.
oh fuck, damn. So yeah, Midsummer Scream happening July 26th through the 28th. By the way, on the 28th, Sunday the 28th, the final
oh my
day,
gosh.
both Not Scary Farm and Halloween Horror Nights are gonna have their panels, and man, is that gonna be a busy ass day.
Yeah, let's hope they are not back to back, because man,
Oh, dude.
not fair, not cool.
That would be rough. That would be
Yeah.
rough. Larissa, thank you so much for looking this up. Not Scary Farm is September 19th through November 2nd. I'm going to
Yay,
pull up the
okay.
calendar real quick. I want to theorize that
theorize.
means that we're getting Horror Nights like the 12th and the 13th of September. So that's typically how it goes, is that like we get
Yeah.
Horror Nights Hollywood open, and then the week after Not Scary Farm opens, and then
Yeah.
everybody else after that. Which, by the way, bold move of Queen Mary Dark Harbor to open the same weekend as Not Scary Farm, which is pretty
And guys,
interesting.
this year it's Friday the 13th on September.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
spooky.
So,
Didn't-
yeah, spooky,
Didn't
spooky.
last year we have 2 weekends of HHN
You're right.
before Scary
You're
Farm
right.
started?
Yeah, you're right.
That was weird. That was
and
weird.
they changed their opening night for last season. I don't know if you remember that, but last season, Not Scary Farm was supposed to open a weekend earlier, but that didn't happen, did it? But that's okay. That's okay. I'm not bitter. But yeah, very interesting for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Halloween 365 days. Hollywood is always the first Thursday, so it should be September 5th. Also, I heard Hollywood is getting 40 nights this year. That's interesting. I hope they do expand their run. I really
That's
do
gonna be
hope.
wild.
That'd be
You
cool.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You better hire a lot of scare actors, Universal. Because when I walk through those mazes during the weekday, I feel the emptiness.
Oh. no.
Well, folks, we're going to wrap up our episode soon here, but before we let you go, I want to go over some in-park construction updates. We're
Yeah.
going to do a little speculation here because there are some updates. Slowly but surely, our facades here in Hollywood are coming together, and we're getting some new details, starting with this house on the H lot. This is the house that last year was Universal Monsters. You can see it's getting some more detail, specifically this little, I don't know what it is, man. It almost, to me, right in the center, looks like it could become stained glass.
Right.
Yeah.
Something gothic, maybe. This is, according to the latest HN Nightmares map, this is where Insidious will be this season. And looking at it now, I don't know if it's that. I really don't.
Yeah, like we look at the house, and it doesn't have the. I mean, yeah, the windows. There's a little design like that, but just like, I don't know. It's not the Insidious house right now, unless they're going to add more to the roof. But even if they were to do that, I don't know. I feel like it's a little late for that. But yeah, I'm like, is HN Nightmares falling behind right now with this speculation? I mean, or are we getting it wrong again about this lantern? Are we completely off about it? Like, dang, man, I don't know. What do you think, Nico?
Dude, I don't know. I didn't even hear a damn word you were saying. I was so focused on trying to figure everything out. My face was like this, trying to see the picture.
Yeah.
But, like, I would love for it to be Insidious, but it kind of worries me because the last time we had Insidious, it was a terrible maze.
Right.
Yeah.
If you
it wasn't the greatest.
Universal Unmasked had black walls, Insidious was nothing but black walls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that makes me a little worried if it is Insidious, but I know John Murdy and the team and Universal could do a great job because they have with Insidious.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, I don't know, because it does look like stained glass. 3 windows on the right. I don't know if the left side looks like it's the same length to have 3 windows.
Right.
And then that whole bottom right corner, it has 100 in that little window. It has that 20 above. I don't know if it's like paint numbers or what. But
do you think we're entering straight through this facade? Because I'm like, what the heck is that box on the right?
I think
like,
we're climbing through windows. We're like, it's gonna be like an obstacle course. Like, we're really gonna have to work for this one.
There we go. Oh man.
You love Jake. It is for Hollywood. This is Hollywood. All the construction that we're gonna go over right now is gonna be specifically for Hollywood. Especially because it's so hard to look at the construction out in Orlando. That's the plus that they have.
Yeah, I think we're starting to head that way more and more, that they're trying to make it like Orlando.
Sure. Lucy, plot twist, it's Chucky season 3.
There you go.
I love the Chucky maze. It just wasn't really one of my favorites. But I think it would be sick if they did the shadow acting behind, if that is stained glass.
Sure.
I think that would be a cool change instead of just fabric.
Yeah.
But
yeah, to Juan's point, this facade could be the stained glass where the red-faced demon is sharpening his claws in the first movie. I definitely made that connection too, although for the last Insidious movie, right, I should have put it in the slideshow, but his little hideout now has it looks similar to what's going on in the center there, but it's not exactly what we see there in the facade, right? But it is very similar, and I've had those thoughts as well. Kevin, we're working on everything so early this year for HHN. It's fun to see you guys speculate fun stuff this year.
And Kevin, I saw you mentioned the bracelet situation. We don't have any more, but this season we'll make some more bracelets, and I'll make sure that you get one, Kevin. All right.
Tell you what, Kevin, we'll all give you a bracelet right now.
Yep.
You tell us what this is. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. I pull them out. Oh, Kevin, you want
a
these
necklace?
bracelets? Yeah.
I'll make you a necklace.
I'll give you a necklace, a belt, an anklet, bracelet, anything you want. A couple rings, why not?
There you go.
Yeah.
Firstborn child. All right, let's see. Oh, this is interesting too. The 3 windows are still calling out Freddy, except the middle. But maybe it could be where the sign will be. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm looking at it as like ornate decor. It could be just
Right.
literally a support for a screen. We never know.
Exactly. That's
Kevin
what I was
knows.
thinking. Yeah.
Kevin knows, but we won't know. We won't know for a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Looks kind of gothic-y.
All right, so moving on to the next list or the next item here on our speculation. We're going down to the T-pad where we've got
T-pad.
whatever the hell this is.
Dude,
2 tiny windows.
Oh my god.
What is happening here?
Your
What the
turn to
hell?
start, Nico.
What was that?
I said your turn to start on this one. I'm
Oh,
so
my turn to
lost for
start.
words on
Like-
this one. Yeah.
Yeah, like well, first my light went out. I think
Oh.
the ghost knows. No, there it goes back. I don't know. I don't know if it's projection windows, if it's for speakers, for lighting, or what is this? Is it like a South Park reference for like the Canadians? And then I don't know, man. Like with the little sideways mouth
Right.
and the
Yeah.
little square eyes. Jeez.
365 says it looks like a Smiling Friends character.
There you go.
Yeah. Lucy says Holidays in Hell again.
No.
I mean, it does look very
No.
similar to the Holidays in Hell facade.
yeah,
Kind of the same
yeah,
idea where it was like
yeah.
hiding speakers in the boxes, and
Yeah.
I
my
mean,
God.
I don't know.
Yeah, because in my last video, I was talking about like I'm like, okay, this doesn't look like the original Saw maze facade.
Right.
It doesn't look like the building in the newest Saw movie.
Right.
I'm just like, what? Where are we going with this? HHN, like these 2 really small squares. Am I supposed to think about something for it, or are you guys throwing me off? Like I was starting to think. I was talking about in my last video. I'm like, is there going to be something protruding from those? Like, is that going to be some sort of balcony, or like like what's going to be? What is it? Like,
Right.
shoot,
It's
man, they're
the-
just so close together. I don't
Mary,
know.
I think you nailed it. It's a Pepper Pig house for sure. Pepper
Yes,
Pig
yes,
coming to HHN.
yes,
That's
yes,
what.
it
That's the
is.
first thing that's going to come out of that sack is Pepper
Finally,
all
Peppa
slimy.
Pig. Finally.
It's gonna be a New York street maze. Those 2 little
Oh my
boxes
gosh.
are for the residents that come out of the window.
Yes.
They're just going to be there heckling you. Look at you waiting in line so long.
Yes.
3
yes.
hours.
Yeah.
Shout out to y'all, Crystal and Chris. It's an NES game cartilage.
Oh my
There
god.
we go.
You're gonna have to blow on it before walking in. Oh man, yeah. I honestly, I'm right there with you, Hellhound. I'm right there
Yeah.
with you. This one is the one that's puzzling me the most because
Yes.
it's really giving us absolutely nothing.
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 It's
It's
the
got
same
some
as-
holes in it.
Yeah, it's the
Go
same
ahead,
as
Nico.
Universal Unmasked, where it was just a box for the
Right.
longest time until
Yep.
I think it got announced at Midsummer Scream
If this is
Yeah,
another
that's-
fucking newspaper, I'm gonna lose it, dude.
when the facade. No, because on the opposite side of that opening, those used to be like 2 little openings or 2 doorways, and it looks to be covered up now.
Right.
So
Yeah, it looks like one of those. It's one of those false doors situations. So I'm assuming, looking at the material of it, it looks a little
SpongeBob,
different.
there we go.
Yeah, man.
Kevin says it's SpongeBob. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is.
confirmed.
Yo, I would walk through like a scary SpongeBob thing for sure and have so much fun. That would be great.
All about the hash slinging slasher.
Secret Life of Pets Horrors Unleashed. Yeah, oh,
There we
dude,
go.
All the poor pets got rabies and now they're attacking us. Like, damn.
Oh,
Yucky, man.
Yeah, I'm very perplexed by this one. I feel like they're purposefully, for sure, because they know about us now. They know about all of us and they
Oh,
know
yeah.
about how we roll. They're
Yeah.
purposefully waiting to put a ton of details on these facades because obviously we can see them. So once this
Well-
one comes together, I'm going to be very excited to see what it finally becomes.
It's like Parisian Square. Like last time
Right.
I was there, there's nothing there. And I'm like, oh, come
Nothing.
on. Like last year, this was the first one being worked on. So
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
dang. Like, I like even like if you go on the side, you can kind of, if like, I let the wind do its job. Okay. If you see the curtains moving, you know, so I was able to look and it was like, even the ground level was like barely starting. I was like, shoot, man. Like, what?
Yeah.
Maybe this is one of those that they're like, oh, we know what it's gonna be. We can just put it quickly because all these mazes, if you guys know, they all have different schedules for a reason. So,
Right.
you know,
Kevin, very misleading. It's very true. Very you fuckers are messing with us.
Kevin, don't be acting like you know something and you know. Okay, Kevin.
A
like
week
this
before opening, it's going to turn into a sphere instead of a square. So be ready.
One overnight shift away from completely changing entirely.
Yeah.
By the
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
I failed to mention this image and the last image were from Five Fires on Twitter.
Yes.
Be sure to follow Mondo because he's at the park
Yeah, man.
all
Great.
the damn time. Also,
Yeah.
Crystal and Chris, great for HHN updates as
Chris.
well. Doing the Lord's work because I'm out here stuck working every day, and you guys get to go to the parks and have all the fun, and I'm living vicariously through y'all. So thank you for that. Also, of course, Entertainment Connection, TLEV Media, y'all are in the parks as well. You guys, all of you are doing the Lord's work out here, keeping us updated. So I appreciate you guys. And this last photo, the last piece of speculation, was taken by our very own Nico. Great view of this facade. I mean, look at this thing. What is this? There's a ticket booth.
Man.
There's multiple entrances. The truss on the left, I'm sure, is just for lighting or something, but what the hell is going on here?
And this was
Dude.
taken legally, everyone, so don't bite my head off.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, like real talk for a second here. I definitely do not condone any
Yes.
sneaking around. I mean, you know, if it's out in plain view, it's fair game, and this
Yes.
does happen to be in plain view. So yeah, Nico got this
Yeah.
amazing photo for us in plain view. I mean, what are your guys' thoughts? Everybody in the comments too.
Dude.
HHN 365, submit this to National Geographic. What a shot. I agree.
There you
Let's
go.
get this published
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
Cover photo.
Dude, that freaking square in the middle, and then we see there's some sort
Yeah.
of door right there is throwing me off. Like I'm assuming, oh no, I can't even assume. Like I those two doors don't connect. And if you're telling me like that door just leads over to the next door, wouldn't make sense. What would be the point of making those two doors so close? So
Right.
I'm just like, what is that one entrance in the middle? Like, are we entering? Oh my god. Are we entering from the middle or are
Right.
we entering from
Or
the
from the
side? I
right.
have no
Right.
Yeah.
what's going on here? Yeah. I don't know.
Eminence, I agree
Yeah,
with you.
that-
Please let Archie be the official name of the arches in front of the park. I agree, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Mystery got
Yeah.
that one good.
Yeah. It's
But
gonna be
Uh,
Archie.
Maniac, this is the one by the mummy. I forgot to mention that. Sorry, I
this is
apologize.
the mummy.
This is the mummy
So-
one. Yeah.
If this was Ghostbusters, if
Yeah.
I was unable to get this shot, I would have still 100% thought this was Ghostbusters because I would have thought that big opening would have been the garage where the
Right.
Ecto one is.
Right. Right.
But now that I see another doorway going through, I don't know what is what anymore. I think I'm gonna have to go into that booth, sell a couple of express passes before I'm able to even go into the house. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking because I watched another movie a couple nights ago, and it did have like a little booth right there. And this is a far off guess. And last year we did have a photo op for Violent Night. So I was thinking maybe it's Violent Night, and that's the security outpost, and then we go into the mansion where all the mayhem is happening.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's either a ticket booth or a security booth or something, right?
It's
And
it's
that
totally
door,
left field.
it's like a garage. I mean, it's
Right.
something. I don't know, man. I just don't know.
It's gonna be such a cool facade, though. Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
have a feeling it's gonna be awesome. Yeah.
And it is giving me very much The Last of Us vibes
Sure.
because there was a outpost to the right. We went
Yeah.
into kind of where that right opening is. And then there's the big opening right there. Maybe this is part 2 of The Last of Us 1 after Pittsburgh. Because
That would be so weird though for Nightmares to not pick up on that. Like, you know, that's a pretty big
Yeah.
IP. But then again, I'm
don't know.
running the theory for sure that they're trying harder than ever to stump all the insiders, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Between
yeah.
them not putting up the facades 100%, and I mean the maps has just felt kind of funky. They felt kind of funky lately.
So funky this year. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised this year if like the HN Nightmares map falls really out of what is going to be at the event.
Right.
This year, I mean, and I gotta be honest, I kind of like it. I like it. It's annoying, but I'm enjoying this where we're back to speculating so much more
Yeah. For
because
sure.
Uh-huh.
of not the certainty, I guess,
Right.
from this
Right.
new map
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Fandoms lady, they're catching on for sure.
oh, for sure.
For sure. The
Man.
second that those grates went up on the parking lot by the H lot, I was like, we're fucked. Like they,
Not just that, the freaking bringing
Yep.
in those I don't even know what they're called, but those green vehicles to put on the side, they're there for a reason too.
Oh,
By
cherry
H
fruit?
lot,
Yeah.
they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, the lifts and all that. Yeah.
those lifts
yeah.
are there for a reason.
Oh, we're just
too.
gonna park this here real quick.
Yeah,
For no reason, really. We're
Yeah.
just gonna park it here.
And
I remember when I went into Curious George,
Oh my
like
gosh.
that time that the grades first got up,
Yeah.
I was devastated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I
Yeah.
don't know why, because I love seeing this. I love seeing the progress of the
Yeah.
buildings, but I was
Yeah.
devastated that I couldn't see it anymore. And then I'm asking around,
That was
and
such a
they're
great
like,
spot.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
for the drones for Harry Potter. I'm like, shut up! Don't lie to me.
No, it's not.
Don't lie to me. It's because all of us freaks want to know what's going on over here.
Man, yeah. I mean, Go
we're
for
all
it,
the
go for
kind
it,
of
go for
people
it,
here
yeah.
in this chat, in
Yeah.
this live stream. We're all the kind of fuckers that would
Yeah.
jump right into that sewer grate to find out what's going on
Oh,
down here. We're
a
all
million
those
percent.
people for sure.
Taste the egg a little bit.
Yeah.
This tastes like.
Yeah. No, I mean, I remember I got in trouble by one of the security guards because I was up there just mesmerized by them doing the sound testing in that area. And I was like, this is so awesome. And I was like, they're like, yo, you can't just be standing here. I was like, my bad. I'm going. I'm eyeing too
Dang.
much. Yeah.
Dang.
There was
Yeah.
a day, I think it was 2022 with Scarecrow. I was leaving Universal for the day, and I got my Tommy's chili cheese fries
Ooh.
and a large Mountain Dew. And then I saw a tweet saying, from John Murdy saying, well, if anybody's still in the park, they're testing the lighting
Yeah.
on Scarecrow. I turned my car around so fast. Like, it was just lightning flashes, but I was
Yeah.
standing there with my chili cheese fries, just eating, enjoying the show.
That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah.
It
John,
just
don't
brings us-
tease us like that. Jeez, man. Like, seriously.
It just
Jeez,
brings us
Murdy.
one step closer to Horror Nights. That's the excitement of it for sure, man. Absolutely. And then before we
Yeah.
let everyone go, I just want to take one last look at the latest HN Nightmares map.
Yeah.
So all of the facades that we looked at, right? The T-pad is this little pig with the X's over its eyes, which I'm even more confused about for sure. The mummy is this. I forgot already what it's called, but it's this shelter with the atomic symbol and the
Toxic tunnel.
flames.
Yeah.
The alleged toxic tunnel, maybe. And then H lot 2, which is the first photo that we saw, is the lantern. So yeah, y'all, I don't even know anymore. I don't even know.
Nope.
And I'm honestly like kind of I've seen a lot of people comment it. I'm pretty excited too that it's getting tougher.
Dude, yeah,
It's getting
Oh,
tougher and
100%.
tougher.
it's cool. It makes us speculate so much more again, and then it makes us
Yeah.
have these awesome live streams where you guys can hear our awesome speculations, and you guys can speculate too. We're not just going based off of one name, one IP name, or anything like that.
Right.
So
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
was always
Thank you,
the fun of it. Yeah.
everybody, for your suggestions in the comments. I love seeing it.
Thank you, Ghost.
Oh, the one more
Yeah.
time playing us out. The damn
He's
ghost.
saying good
Thank you.
night. Oh my god.
Okay, now I'm starting to. The skeptic in me is coming out right now. It seems to be happening in intervals. Like when it turns off, it turns on at a certain time. So that's very
Hey,
interesting, Nico.
it-
Is it a smart light? What's going on there?
No, it's not smart at all. My light is
Okay. Interesting.
Oh.
no. That
Oh,
was me.
Nico
That was
cut
me.
out
That
for a
was-
second.
Yeah,
I
we
thought
lost
he
you for
got
a
got,
second.
dude.
The ghost took you, bro.
And then one last slide, everyone. At Entertainment Connection, at Horror Connection, at TLEV Media. Be sure and follow these folks. Again, Nico and Mr. E do such good work. I mentioned them also earlier at the Cali Bay on Twitter, at Crystal and Chris. Great updates. You can find us at the Hotline, also at HHN 365. Excellent podcast.
Yes.
Lots of great updates as well. Gentlemen, final thoughts to wrap up our live stream here.
I wouldn't be surprised if we're doing this same time next week.
Yeah, sure.
So, but it's exciting. It is the season, everybody, and I've been saying that since March. It's the season of true horror. So here we go. I'm excited.
Yeah. Well, geez, where do I even begin? That trailer was insane.
Yeah.
I have two more little speculations to end off. Resident Evil, maybe, or Diablo. But
Diablo.
I
Fun.
don't know. There's
Sure.
a lot of demony things in Diablo, and yeah. But also, let us know what you think about the end of that video with all of the number and your name. Let us know if you find anything, because I
Absolutely.
haven't been able to find anything right now. But
There was a couple of words that stuck out to me. Root, ROOT, came up a lot.
Right.
And then there was something about like password, something. But yeah, I haven't been able. I've been staring at that damn screen since this morning, and I
Yes.
haven't seen anything. Absolutely, man. But y'all, thank you so much for joining us today. Nico, Mr. E, thank you for joining us too.
Thanks, guys.
Always a pleasure chatting with everybody in the comments, speculating. We'll be here soon. I think coming up soon here, I think June-ish, I'm going to start on a pretty consistent live stream schedule, whether it's updates or just shooting the shit and talking haunts. Haunt season is just around the corner. We're halfway there, folks. We're halfway there. And it's gonna
Midsummer
be here
Scream.
before we know it. Yeah, man, absolutely. But yeah, again, thank you for everyone joining us live and on the replays. Be sure to follow at TLEV Media, the Entertainment Connection, Horror Connection, and of course us at the Hotline. Visit us on the web, hotline.com. And I promise very soon here, all these live streams will also be podcast episodes, so you can listen to them on the road. But until then, everyone, thank you for joining us. Have a good night, and thank you for calling the Hotline. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
bye.